Let's see. All right. Hopefully this stays. I didn't get a chance to change the battery and everything, but welcome to my live stream photo day session. And this is really just a continuation from Sunday, because I didn't get a chance to finish because I went on that photo walk, and so there's not too many new pictures. It looks like I'm trying to figure out. I got a little flustered trying to download things. Let me just look. I guess that's it. I think I got them all. I'll have to reconcile this after the stream, but right now I think this is it. Where's my other button here? There we go. All right, so I worked out most of the technical issues I had from Sunday's stream, so hopefully everybody can see and hear me okay. Nature with Music, Plato, good to see you guys. Music with Sound Gear. Oh, Quinn Egan's, it's good to see you. Let's see, I don't think I've seen your name before. And John Leach, always good to see you. Rob Shoot Photos, yeah. I know I'm late. I can't help it. But okay, let's take a look at today's photos. This is where you guys submit your photos to me and I edit them best I can. You know, it's always good practice for me. And then we can kind of bounce ideas off each other. So if you have any suggestions in the chat section, just shout out and let me know. I can try it. So we have, looks like 10 images here. So let's see how I can get, and some of these I'm gonna have to do in Lightroom, like this one with the Astro. So because Workspace is terrible, this is one I ditched on Sunday. And then also I put a picture out that you guys edit my picture as well. So I have all of those in this folder here. So there's a lot of interesting things in here too that we'll go over. Oh, hey Serge, my screen is blurred. What you can do is, usually there's a button like the little cog icon in YouTube that can change the resolution to full HD. But I shouldn't be blurry. Everything looks good on my end. Is anyone else getting a blurry image of me, or is it only John? But okay, so let's go ahead and start with the first one. And wow, I like this little pathway in a park. And let me just do a full screen and see what. Oh my! Let me adjust this so there's no artifacts in the image. Okay. Good detail. Lady checking you out here. Bench over here. Because what I'm doing, I'm trying to find something that will accent the picture. Because right now we just have this pathway, but it's not leading up to anything interesting, right? Just this lady's overgrown garden. Or whatever this is over here. So I imagine if you were standing on the other side and looking the other way, there might be something on the other side. But this path by itself just doesn't do enough for the image. So I think I'm gonna see if I can crop up to this edge here, because I don't like this sidewalk here. And we'll stick with the 4x3. We'll stick with a vertical, in other words. But I want to... I'm going to crop out almost everything, actually. Hi, Turapan. Good to see you. Um, maybe even, I mean, maybe I'm just focusing on the path too much. What's over here? I like these trees right here. Let me see how that looks. Ah, that's awful. Maybe we can just work on the rocks here, the texture of the rocks in the trail. Right there. Oh, okay, John. Good to know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. Go just a tiny bit higher. All right, and what was this taken with? This is a G81, a Panasonic G81 ISO 200 f3.5. So this is like one of those bridge cameras. I don't think there's enough color here. I usually do pop art just to see where the colors are. I'm not seeing a lot of color in the rocks. Kind of some blues. Some blues and browns in here. I'm not sure I can work with that, but let me see. Yeah, that's not doing nothing. One other option might be monochrome. Just really trying to bring as many tones out as I can. Oh, this is a hard one. Let me see my filters here. Try red filter or maybe a green filter. I think a green filter would be better. That way this grass should lighten up, I hope. Tiny bit. And if there's anything else in here. No, nothing there. Nothing there. Let me work on this gradation a tiny bit. Okay. All right, so now I kind of got the tones I want. Let me look at the color one more time. That did help with the color too, but I think let me try because the blue and the green are not complementing each other too well. Let me try red. Oh, thank you, Plato. Thank you, nature. All right, a little more gradation. Let me pull off some of this clarity. And a little bit of the haze, pull that off. All right. Boy, that was a tough one there, David. Or Daywood. Yeah, Dahlwood. I'm sorry. Let's do it before and after. Yeah, blue and green must never be seen. That's a good one. But that was the only really interesting thing in the picture. I like the tree line a little bit. But they were a little bit too far away. And then over here on the right is kind of interesting too. Let me just recrop this real quick and see. This side is actually not too bad. Of course, I got everything jacked up here, but there's something here too. So I'm going to be very fast. Right about there. This needs a lot of dehaze and some clarity. Then I'm going to pull the exposure down. This is a JPEG, so I'm not saving those highlights, but let's try there. Do some monotone. Come in a little tighter. Ugh, I don't think this is going anywhere, but I'm gonna give it. Yeah, that's terrible. Okay, let's move on. My original edit with the rocks, I think, was the way to go. I just don't see anything happening here. This lady's just too far away. All right, let's go to the next one. I'll come back to the Astro one. Ooh, this is really nice. John follows. Any EXIF info here? Let's see. EM5 Mark III with a 12 to 45 f4 at f6.3, 1/320th of a second, ISO 160. Wow, really good. Really good settings there. I like that. Let's look at this full screen for a second. I really like the composition as is. The tree is front and center. And all we have to do, I think, is maybe brush out this fence line here at the bottom. Add a little dehaze and punch and warm it up slightly. Take the magenta off a little bit, but then warm it up a little bit. Do some gradation for the shadows here. So I mean, we could do, if I was going to do black and white, I would do sort of a silhouette of the tree, but I think we can stay with color. Let's see how much wiggle room I got on this TIFF file. Yeah, so I'm going to pull off the magenta a tiny bit. Add a little bit of warmth. And I need to take a little bit of headroom off the top. Whoops. Right here. Let's go a little bit wider. Yikes, that's too wide. 3 by 2, there we go. 3 by 2 would be right. So just a little bit off the top. And let's punch in some dehaze, maybe about half. A little bit of clarity, then pull in the gradation. So I'm going to bring out this tree a little. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. I can't bring the tree out separately. I may have to silhouette it. All right, we'll leave it there. And let me punch up the greens. I like these greens and blues. I'll pull down the darkest greens. I think a vertical Play-Doh would bring in too much sky, but maybe that's not a bad idea. Oops. Little minor cloning job. Let me. I don't know if there's any saving this tree here. I mean the shadows in the tree. So I was trying to do it with gradation, but it really brought out this grass too much. I did the luminance thing, so that's not gonna. Okay. Far left and right are a little boring, maybe. try. Okay. Yeah, vertical works too. I just need to adjust this so I didn't clip the clouds up there. Man, we need some I forget, well, how did I clip those clouds? Be a little bit heavy on the dehaze. Man, this color though. What? Oh, I don't have really. Can't quite get the color exactly the way I want it. All right, let's throw in a soft filter. That'll brighten it up too a little bit. And it'll hide these clipped highlights too. All right, good. Now, let me work with the tone curve. All right, a light vignette. Hi, Dawood. How are you? You sent a tough picture in, man, with that sidewalk or gravel sidewalk. A little bit more vignette, and I think I'm done. Okay, final edit. Yeah, I like that. That looks pretty good. I feel like a little more vignette would be nice, but we still have just enough. We can see the trunk of the tree and a little bit of the tones in the tree now. Whereas this was almost silhouette. And then I had to tweak the white balance a little bit. Because I don't know, I like the color. It just needed a little more yellow, like right in here. Just a hint. Okay. I think that looks good though. Right? Yeah, who was it, Plato or whoever suggested the vertical, that was a good call. I think that it works much better as a vertical. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, nice family shot. And we have, what's back here? Good looking kids. What are they, twins? They almost look like twins, but they're not. He's definitely a little older. Nice smile, good eyes. Okay. So what did we shoot with here? This is the EM10 Mark III with a 14-42 kit lens, wide open 3.5, ISO 200. Okay, so all good there. I think we just need to balance this a little bit. Maybe a square crop like this. I'm gonna come down. I I guess square it's not going to work, so let's try just a slight landscape like that. I mean, I don't like cutting off people's arms and things, but now I cut off the feet. Let me see what's down here. Guess we don't need to see the feet. I think this works right here, so you can get really in tight with with their faces, but leave a little bit of room around, and then add a tiny bit of vignette here, and let's try portrait mode. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and save the highlights here if that's at all possible. Let me pull this all the way down and see what's there. Yeah, there's some highlight detail in here, some nice browns and reds. So maybe I'm going to do this and see if I can bring up, because where are these? These are, yeah, right in there. So I put a pin here and see if I can bring up the shadows right in here, then pull. I might be trying too hard to save the highlights, but let me just look at it before and after real quick. All right, I think we're okay. Now we just need a little more saturation overall. Okay. Tiny bit more contrast. Add a little bit of warmth to the image. Let's try 6000K. All right, let me just bring up just a little bit more on the exposure. Oh, a little too heavy, 5700K. What I'm seeing is like an orange spot on this kid. What the heck is causing that? It's my tone curve. So instead of the tone curve, I'll use gradation. Let's do that, auto gradation. That helps. Then I got this orange on the kid again. That's because this light here is very warm. Do that, and then let me just pull the orange off a little bit. Oh, Okay. Some vignette. Some dehaze. A little bit of clarity. All right, I think I'm done there. Mildly better. Mildly better. It's still a little bit dark here on the mom here. I need some more clarity. All right, I think I'm gonna end it there. I mean, it's very subtle, right? The changes, but I think this is what I would go with, is basically just crop in on the people in the picture, the kids and the mom here. And you know, these highlights were all clipped in the original image. So you lower the exposure, but then you have to raise the shadows, and that's the easiest way to bring highlights back in Workspace. In Lightroom, it's a lot easier. You can just use the highlight slider. But in Workspace, it's a little harder to do. But that's kind of the workaround that I found does bring the highlights back. So okay, let's move on. Nice family shot though. Yeah, the dappled lighting and all of that. Yeah, that takes a lot of work sometimes, right? I mean, the easiest thing would be like an instant film filter to kind of just have some fun with it. You know, like I think that's kind of cool, right? This gives it kind of a, I don't know, a nostalgic look to it. It hasn't rendered yet. Let's see. We'll give that a second to render and see how this actually looks. But I think the colors I think are pretty cool with instant film for these kinds of shots. So that's the rendered image. But anyhow, yeah, nice shot. All right, let's see. Gosh, not much here. Who sent this in? This is taken on a TG6, it looks like. See the X of here. F10 TG6 ISO 100. 1/2000th of a second. Slightly zoomed in, it looks like. Okay. There is nothing here. I mean, I think I'm just gonna put a filter on it. Let's go with let me see. See if dramatic tone does anything, the black and white. Because I didn't like, there was some mild purple blobbing going on. And crop wise, we don't need so much over here on the left. So what I'm going to do is a vertical 3x4. And just do that. And then increase the contrast. If I can do it. Is this yours, nature? Is this your shot, nature, with music? I was hoping I could bring out some of the starburst a little bit, but it's really hard to do. if those help. It's starting to feel like a Doctor Who episode. I think that's it. Let me take this to haze back off. No. Wow, this is rough. All right, that's it. So, yeah, I went to black and white because you can see some very slight purple lens flares in here. And this tree over here does nothing. I just went with the clouds and then framed the sun in a way. I was really trying to bring out the starburst a little bit because I can see some nice streaks in here, but I just couldn't do it. But that'll have to do. Yeah, F10, I don't think, zoom lenses aren't really good at doing starbursts. You really should be using a prime. And the TG6 has basically a 25 to 100 zoom in it. And very, very poor optics compared to like our normal Olympus stuff. Yeah, you guys are always testing me, I know. This is cool. This is from Sam. What did we shoot with here? Let's see, we have EM1 Mark II with a 12 to 40 Pro lens. Shot at f4, ISO 250, 1/250th. So good standard settings. So we're going for the reflection here. So I'm gonna get rid of this bar up here. So let's see how close we can get with a square crop. And let's see if we can get rid of some of the glare. All right. Any colors in here? Let me see. No. Let's not do that. So it's already pretty warm. I think the white balance is fine. I like this. And Got here, this one, this one. The list vignette. Let's go. Let's go more portrait. Oh, come on, stop it. Why did that go crooked? Okay. I think that's where I would go. Oh, Randy, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, so that's my final edit there. So there's the before and after. So basically I cropped out this window frame up here and went black and white, because when I tried to, I was thinking if I went color, these colors just don't work well together. They're too muted to begin with, so trying to make them more saturated would just look awful, I think. But yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah, and I just put them off center a little bit too. And I like this line here. I like the reflections up in here of these giant windows. I like everything here. This is really a cool shot. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Looks like this had some editing done already. What? Oh, that's because it's the same image. All right. Okay. Adam Vaz. Let's see. What did we shoot with here? This is a EM10 Mark III with a 45 f1.8 ISO 200 f3.2 14000. So it's, man, it's a bright day. All right. Oh, there's still a lot of good detail even when I punch in 1:1. But yeah, I need to, there's just too much sky and what is this? Grass of some kind. So I'm gonna go, let me try wide for a second. I'm thinking, let me try a tall. I like that a little better. Okay. This crop is not quite right. I do that. All right, let's make it a little warmer. Kind of give it a little bit of a golden hour feel. And yeah, I wasn't big on the vertical. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I wasn't a big fan. You want me to get the bigger trees in? Okay, maybe. Let me go even wider then. Don't think I'll have to make one 7 by 16. If we make that front and center, I wouldn't mind making the thing front and center, but since it's already kind of pointing the other way, yeah, the yellow strips lifts the sky and green plants. I think, yeah, it definitely, and it complements the, yeah, the sky really well. But I think I like the other crop I had better. This is a little bit tight. Now let's try a dehaze. Where's dehaze? That might bring out some of the sky. This is just a little bit. All right, I think that's pretty good right there. Not much else needs to be done. Let me desaturate a little bit, then add saturation in a little bit more. In a little more specific way. I want to bring out the blues in the sky a little more. Definitely the orange and yellow. Oh, this is luminance. Hold on. Okay. Try this again. Blues in the sky. A little bit more. And definitely the orange and yellows. Just, you know, I guess I'm going cinematic, right? Teal and blue. Teal and orange. A little bit too much on this one. All right. And I'm going to bring a little bit saturation back. Still not 100% happy with this crop, but I think all right. Let that render. Okay, that's fair. So there's the before and after. Give that a second to render. I mean, I like this shot. It's just a little bit too much green sky. But I think the one on the edit that I did is all right. I'm not crazy about this. I mean, I'd like to go in tighter, but then I feel like you kind of lose that just a tiny bit tighter. Let me try. I'm already at 7 by 16, so not much point to go much wider. I mean, I could front and center it. All right, that's final answer. I need to add a little bit of noise filter back in because there's a little bit of grain in here. But other than that, I think that's it. So give that its second to render. So many damn fruit flies in my house. Almost there. All right, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Right? Get my head out of the way. Whoops. Okay, let's move into the next one. Wow, nice macro shot. Yeah, edit's okay, right? Not great. I didn't do a good job on that one. My biorhythms must be out of sync today because I'm not loving my edits today. Usually when I do edits, I'm quite content, you know, not ecstatic, but today I'm not feeling it. This one is pretty easy to do actually. We just crank up the sharpness. We'll try a pop art and just add a tiny bit of clarity. Pull back the saturation a little bit. You haven't heard biorhythm since the 60s. Yeah, when I was a little kid back in elementary school, man, like in the 70s, right? Early 70s. Biorhythms was a thing. And it's just kind of stuck with me. Remember the mood rings from the 70s? We were all about how we were feeling back then. Oh, this is a JPEG. Wow, I think clone out the black spot in the upper left. Yes, this little spot, I agree. There's some very minor touches here. All right. Can add a little yeah, it's really a nice shot to begin with. I'm just trying to jazz it up a little bit. But it really didn't need much. Maybe just bring out, yeah, that's it. Flower power. Flip horizontally. Interesting idea. I like that. Where is that? Where do they put the flip stuff at? Is it, here it is. Flip. Oh no, that doesn't work. It looks weird, flip horizontally. How about vertical? No. Maybe this works. I like the vertical flip. The horizontal flip, that was awful. But this works. Okay. We're done. So there's the before and after. It looks weird when they're kind of mirroring each other, right? But yeah, basically just saturated a bit and gave some contrast. Oh, my little cloning brush is gone because it's on the other side. Let's reclone that. Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. There. Other than that, I think, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Really nice shot. Good detail everywhere. Excellent. What did we use on this? 60mm macro lens. Yeah, nice. I gotta get one of those. Oh, thank you, Plato. Thank you, Rob. Ooh, let's see. Another one from Sam. Beautiful sunset here. Let me see what's hiding in the shadows first. Nothing. So this all has to be silhouetted out. I think a vertical is going to work on this. So, I mean, a little tighter vertical, I should say. And just come right down top center, like so. Straighten it out. And let me pull the exposure compensation back. Now, I have some weird aberrations going on too. I'm going to pull back the white balance in this case. Just so we can see some of the blue sky. And oh, this is eye enhance picture mode. Maybe let me try a different picture mode. I don't normally use eye enhance, but that's interesting. Look how much difference there is between natural and eye enhance. Let me go back to eye enhance. Let's do low. Now, can I do anything? Let me see what dehaze does to this image. Dehaze is going to really jack it up, I think. Yeah, Stanislav, I'm sorry, Stanislav. Yeah, these are always hard because of the really high dynamic range of the scene. So you have to kind of silhouette and save colors if you can. I don't see a way to save the colors here. There's just too much black over here. No, don't do that. Original 16:9. I'm going to bring this down to here. I'm going to get rid of the bottom part. I think that's a little better crop. And then something like that. Maybe make just a touch in here. Okay, I think that's it. It'd be good to have the waves fading down in brightness and direction towards the bottom. Fading down. Yeah, I don't have any grad filters on this. Only other thing that might interest me is, again, a soft focus filter. And then pull the shadows down. Like so. All right, I think that's it. So I was able to like Stanislav was suggesting, oh, my camera's gone. Okay, I'll fix that. You know, bring the waves down so that they kind of fall off on the bottom. But there's a before and after while I change my battery here. So I got about 3 hours and 15 minutes on that battery. All right. Yeah, so this image is just basically a tighter crop, and then, you know, make the blues and oranges a little bit more punchy. Less leaves and more sky. Well, no, I like the framing of the leaves a little bit, but I can cut out a little bit more. Tilt it a tiny bit. Maybe about there. I think that kind of works. Let me bring my camera back. Okay. The uncropped looks better to use soft in the leaves with the crop. Too soft in the leaves. Really? Oh, you're sensitive to detail loss. Yeah, not me. There's not much detail to be had in here. But okay. That's what I would do if this were my image though. But I see where I mean, if I turn off this soft focus, I don't think that looks better. Okay, I'll give it a second to render. It just hasn't finished rendering. It's coming though. You see, this side is done now. I have just so many things open on my computer here. But yeah, that's without the soft focus filter, but I don't like it like this. I like the soft focus a little better. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the last one. Yeah, it's really slow today, but I got Lightroom, I got OBS, I got Workspace, I got couple of tabs on my Chrome running. I guess I can shut this down and this down. But that's not going to help much. What is... This is interesting. I don't know what this is though. It's some kind of... Is it being pulled by something? Why are these? Must have a. It's like a remote control boat, I think, because these are all fake people in here. Oh wait, these are real people. Is that's a real arm there? They're just wearing masks. So okay, I see what's going on. All right, so this is a real boat. Some kind of canoe. So I mean, the image is blurry because the shutter speed's too slow, I think. What are we at? F8, 1/200th of a second, EM1 with a 40 to 150. Yeah, those were the shots, Randy. The mushroom shots are were from the photo walk. The shots of the mushrooms on my Flickr and on my Instagram. I think this picture, we just need to have some fun because 1/100th of a second, yeah, that ain't gonna cut it for. You need to be at least 1/200th of a second on moving shots like this. You know, but I would have shot this probably closer to 1/800th of a second to get it nice and sharp. So since we don't have that, what we have to do is let me turn this off. Let me crop this in. Dang, I might have to go wider. Something like, just like that. Oh, I caught a, well, I'll just clone that out. And let's just throw on a filter. Let me see. I'm thinking, I don't see one here that I would like. Let me just try vintage. Nah, I didn't think that would work, but I wanted to try it. So, well, that one's not too bad. One more try. Oh, wow. All right. We're not going to do it with a filter. So, do that. And some vignette. Some clarity. Let me rotate this a little bit. All right, I think that's it. Not a whole lot I can do with this. Except just make it a little bit punchier. Okay. A black and white, maybe. If I do black and white with a green filter, let me see what that looks like. Wow, Workspace is really, really slow today. No, I think the color looked better. And so we'll just do a little before and after. Yeah, so basically crop out the other boats, add a little contrast and saturation, and we're done. Right? There it goes. Now it's snapped in. I mean, it looked like a fun day though. These guys must be horrible to wear like this full-on mask and then have to be rowing. I'd be sweating. I don't know what the temperature was, but okay. Let's look at oh, the Astro shot. How much RAM? I have a 40 gig RAM on there. Yeah, the color makes sense because of the flags. I agree, Plato. Yeah, I have a 40 gig of PC 3200 RAM. I'm running a Ryzen 7 4900 8-core HS with a NVIDIA 2060 graphics card with I got 3 terabytes of NVMe hooked up. Okay. Let's look at the viewer edits here. Oh wait, I gotta do the Astro shot before I do these. So let's see. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I gotta delete all those other ones. So, come on, fruit flies. Let me fix my green. There. I don't want to have any artifacts in the image there. Okay. All right, so let's crush the blacks. This is what I usually do with Astro stuff. And bring up the whites. I'm gonna cool it off just so it looks a little more natural. And pull the shadows. Let's see. Why does this look weird to me? What am I? Something is not right. This, we can do that. Don't need that. Oh, it's this. Let me pull that back off a little bit. Then where are the tones for the Milky Way? They're in the shadows, it looks like. All right. Sorry, I'm just concentrating here. I'm not really an expert at astro photography editing, but okay, now Let me pull back over here. Then silhouette this a little bit. Hold on. Where's my feathering? A little bit too strong. Put it this way. Okay. All right, we're almost there. Let me punch in a little bit and work on this noise a tiny bit. I lost a little bit here, I think. Hold on. Oh, no, there wasn't really much there to begin with. Okay. We'll leave that right there. Eh. All right, I think that's it. Then let me just crop it to the important bits here. A little bit. Whoops, what was that? Didn't mean to do that. Let me just look at this noise one more time. What am I? Okay. Okay. That's not too bad. Let me work with one more thing. I'm sorry, I can't see everybody's comments. I don't know what everybody's talking about. But let me work on this one thing here. And then exposure just a tiny bit. Whoops. Right about there. All right, so there's the before and after. I feel like I've seen this before. Is this your picture, Randy? I think I saw this on your Flickr or something. Let me go back to the live stream because I can't see anybody's comments or anything. I'm just going back here. Okay, so we left off somewhere here. The color is best. You can see. Okay, so that's where I left off. The speedster of a machine. Yeah, it's it's a heck of a machine. Yeah, I'll talk about laptops in another video one day. Nature. I did so much research on it. I have Dave. I have a 6 gig 2060 video card. And then Randy says use a graduated filter. Okay, yeah, I did that. I'm sorry. When I was editing, I couldn't see the comments, so you and I were on the same page there, though. Only advantage of less memory on the RAM or video card is you have plenty of time to get another. Yeah. Nice so far. Thanks. That's excellent. Okay. Have you have to try this astrophotography when I get to Cyprus? I know you need a really clear, like no light pollution sky, right? Increase red and magenta. Oh, you're right, Randy. I didn't get into the actually editing the colors, so I might do that. And this would make an excellent tutorial. Wow, great job. Okay. So yeah, that's my edit there. I think that came out all right. I mean, I need to play with the colors a little bit more, like Randy was saying. Let me see, maybe a little bit here. Something like that. I mean, you could spend, you know, hours tweaking this thing, right? But yeah. So let's let me go. I pulled up the wrong screen, but that's okay. Let me check something here. I wanted to go to the viewer edits because there were some awesome viewer edits in here. Yeah, Randy, you've spent a lot of time on Astro, right? Yeah, I know you can spend so much time on an Astro shot. Let's see here. I think this is, yeah, this is what I wanted to get to. All right, so let's see. So the original image was, let me see. I have the original image. Is it here? No, that was my photo walk. I think it was in here. Yeah. It was this shot. So this is the original image, right? That I gave you guys to edit. And there was really some amazing edits. I don't think I did anything. Do I have an edit in here? I didn't. Oh, this is my edit. Okay. So this was my edit. Right? So basically I just do my usual thing. I crush the blacks and punch up the color, and I didn't do much else really. But I think you guys did a much better job on the edits. Where's here? This button and this button. Okay. Yeah, you guys did a much better job. I love this. Who did this one? Neo. Neo did this. This is awesome. I really like this. I really like how you brought the ceiling out. You know, because that I thought the ceiling was really interesting. All the slats and the wood up here. This symmetry sort of juxtaposes all this mess down here, right? So I kind of like that aspect of it, right? You have kind of an orderly wood repeating pattern at the top, and then at the bottom just this disorganized thing of wood. Yeah, I like this edit. And this is from Bob Tishmars. Okay, so he went wide and kind of flat. I like this too. You know, it's very muted, but kind of accenting the blue barrels here. And I can see you also did, looks like some skewing or something, because something looks a little wonky to me. But I mean, the wood is everywhere, so it's not as obvious. But this is a good muted edit too. See, like over here, the line is a little crooked, but you know, this whole shed was crooked, right? That's cool. And this is nice too, with the really warm tones. I like this. And again, you save the ceiling here. This was my favorite part of the image, because when I was looking at it, you know, the original, right? I like the ceiling, but anyhow, this is good. I like the warm tones of this. And this is from Deb. Looks like she did a mirror image and then fish-eyed it. This is cool. What's really creepy about this image, I don't know if anybody can see, but right here it looks like there's a face now looking at you. If that's too close, but when I back off, I can see a little face in here. And like wings. You know, like these look like bat wings. And then there's a little face right here. Like right here's the nose. This is an eye. This is an eye. I bet if I bring the contrast out on this, you could see that. Man, let me bring the contrast in and see if you guys can see that. No, that's not helping. But yeah, there's something there. There's like a oh wait, this looks like arms right here, and they're holding something kind of like this. That's just creepy. That's creepy. Okay, let's move on. Oh wow, what the heck is going on here, Ian? You just cropped the heck out of this. Man, what did you crop in on? This part right here. That's interesting. You found that this part was the most interesting thing of the image. And these colors are just wild. Very creative. A little bit of rule of odds here, because we got 3 straight lines, we got 3 crooked lines. Okay, that's kind of interesting though. Let's see what we got here. This is from Andy. Okay, Andy. Oh, you left already though, Andy. You were in the last stream, but you're not here now. But okay, so just basically you cropped out the ceiling and went with a muted look. You know, just trying to simplify it, right? Get rid of all the grass and all the distractions around and just focus on the mess here in the middle. But yeah, after looking at this creepy bat cave thing, I'm kind of... Wow. Okay. Thank you. Nice little edit there. I mean, this is almost the same composition I went for, isn't it? What did I do? I did this... Yeah, I did almost the exact same composition as you, Andy. I just went with a lot more contrast. So, let's look at the next one here. Oh, this is good too, Rob. I don't know if... Oh, you're still here, right? Yeah, this is really good too. Because I you know, that mess of wood on the left side of this picture was just... It was a little bit hard to keep it in there. I almost went with a similar composition like this, where we have a lot of verticals, right? And there's just a hint of blue still here left in this barrel. That's cool. So it's kind of a partial color, and you went with all the verticals here. So that looks really good too. Yeah, I see the color. Yep. Yeah, this is from Jeff. He had the same idea. Just focus on the verticals in the image and get rid of... He got rid of even more. He just went right here. Put this one set of palettes here. Here, rule of thirds kind of thing, but This is a very muted black and white, which is interesting. It's more film-like, I think. I don't know if there's any grain added. Not that you really need to add grain to an already messy image, but this is a good, I like this one a lot. I mean, not just because it's black and white, because it's very different than what I would do. It's a very muted black and white, which is something I don't do enough of. I need to start doing some more muted black and whites, just to kind of work on that side of the, because you know, when you make everything contrasty and punchy, that's one definite sort of signature style, right? But then to do something like this is much harder for me and still make it look halfway decent, you know. So I really like this one because it's very, very different than what I would do. Um, oh wow. Von Schwarzschild, you were here earlier. Oh, you're here. You're back. Okay, good. Yes, interesting to see. There's so much fantasy. I like what you did here with the just kind of minimizing. You know, basically focusing on the patterns here in the back wall, but then adding a little bit of an accent here with just the wood palette or sticks of wood here. This is a really interesting take too. Only thing I would have done is brush out this one little thing here, but maybe that works. Maybe that kind of works on this image. I'm a little mixed about that one spot. But yeah, hi Lacey, how are you? I like this though, very minimalist, minimalist take. So yeah, these were some great edits, right? I think I like them all. Actually, and I'm not crazy about this one. It's just a little bit too out there for me. Maybe as part of a series of images that have all these crazy colors, but that in of by itself doesn't sit next to the other ones. Crazy. I really like everything done here though. All of them are very different and all of them really have a very different look. This one was the creepiest though, with the bat wings and this guy in the middle. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to work on this and bring that out. Yeah, the fisheye, right? The fisheye definitely was the most interesting in terms of how that weirdo bat creature thing came out. It's interesting how she split it right down the middle. So I don't know if she saw that before she did that split. But I really love all of these edits because we took what was like a ridiculously bad shot. I bracketed them too for some reason. But this was a ridiculously bad shot. But there was definitely some interesting elements here to work with, so. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. So I really appreciate everyone coming in today and watching me go through these edits and submitting your images. I always have a lot of fun editing your images and getting feedback because it helps me to become better at editing as well. It helps me a lot doing these. And and it's always fun to see the edits that you do of my picture. This week I was really impressed. I mean, every week is good, but this was really interesting. Oh, John has a question. If I take a shot in RAW with a 2x teleconverter, I see no way to extract the JPEG from the RAW. I was told I have to shoot RAW plus JPEG to get access to the 2x JPEG. Oh, that's interesting. I think that's true because when you use the 2x teleconverter, it automatically creates the JPEG. But if you try to extract from the RAW, it may not interpolate. Yeah, that's true. I see where you're going though. You want to know if there's a way to have Workspace upconvert the raw image to the JPEG with the 2x teleconverter like it does in camera. I see what you mean. I mean, the camera automatically creates the JPEG for you, but I'll have to look into that a little bit. That's a good question. I don't know if Workspace has something built in that will do that for you. So I'll look into it, John. I don't have an answer, yes or no, right now. Hi, Christian. How are you? But okay, I think I'll end the stream here. I'm losing my voice a little bit, and I have a lot on my plate today. I'm gonna put out a video today, which I talked about in my last stream a little bit on aperture. I think most of you don't need to watch it, but I'm gonna put it out there and just leave some feedback on it. I have mixed feelings about it. So thanks again for watching. It was a lot of fun, and we'll catch you guys on Thursday.